welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I have done a long form recipe video for you guys, so I thought I would do one today. My plan was to put on a nice shirt for you guys and do my hair for this video, but this is as far as I got. So I'm gonna rock my Banff Canada sweatshirt and we're gonna make this video. So I posted this video for these crispy garlicky French fries on my Instagram and everybody's really been liking it. So I figured I would put it in long form for you guys here as a special treat. You don't have to watch like the Instagram version on my YouTube channel today. So before we get into that video real quick though, I wanted to let you guys know that the vegan health bundle is back this year. I only participate in 2 bundles every year, the plant-based bundle and this vegan bundle, because I love them. And what I love in particular about the vegan health bundle is that they never repeat content ever. So this bundle is a completely new bundle from last year. So there's over 140 cookbooks, courses, meal plans, workouts, coupons, all sorts of really neat stuff. It's worth over $7,700 and you guys get it for $49 for this week. Today, March 1st through March 10th, and then it's gone until next year and it'll be a completely different bundle. You guys know that I have been on a raw food journey, bringing more raw foods into my diet. So I have been obsessed with all of the raw food content in the bundles. There's tons of content that isn't raw, but there's a lot of raw in this one as well, which is why I love these bundles, because for this price of $49, you can get so much content and have so much to look through and work through the year. And I think they told me like if you were to price it out, it comes out to like less than 40 cents a piece, which is crazy. But if you guys know who Lissa is from Raw Food Romance, I love her. She is such a sweetheart. But her cookbooks are amazing and they're all raw. And guys, her taco one is in this year's bundle and the raw tacos are so delicious. I've made them multiple times. So for me, her books alone make the bundle worth it. But it is linked below for you guys. And again, you only get it today through the 10th and then it disappears. Okay. Crispy garlicky fries. These are so good. If you don't like garlic, you don't have to add the garlic. If you don't like as much garlic as I'm gonna add to these potatoes today, then just, you know, hold back on the garlic, because I do get a little out of control with these fries, but they're so good. They almost taste like garlic bread French fries that are baked, not fried. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make those and what my trick is to make them really crispy and kind of like coated, you know, those like really bad for you French fries that are like battered and then fried that are so delicious. These give the same vibes without, you know, being fried, which is fantastic. But what I showed on my Instagram was how much of these fries you can eat for so few calories. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like, and then I'll go over how to put that into a 50-50 plate if you're using the plate building method that I teach you guys for weight loss. Okay, so first things first, I washed and scrubbed my potatoes. So now I'm just gonna slice them, and you can slice them thick, thin, whatever you want. I'm gonna make them thin because I like them to get extra coated and crispy. And guys, when I was on my 70-pound weight loss journey, I ate tons and tons of potatoes because they're so low in calorie density and they're super filling. Scientifically, they've been shown to be the most filling and satiating food on the planet. So it made sense for me to eat a lot of potatoes because they were gonna be filling and satisfying and super low in calories. So long as you're not, you know, frying them and coating them in butter and oil and covering them in cheese. If you use my cheese sauce, like that's great because that's low fat and it's plant-based. But you can absolutely eat lots of potatoes and lose weight. And a question I get a lot is what kind of potatoes do I use? And I always use Yukon Gold potatoes for everything. I don't think I buy any other kind of potato for anything really, because Yukon Golds to me are just like the creamiest and most buttery of the potatoes, but you can use whatever potatoes you like. I like Yukon Golds. So now I'm gonna use my kitchen scale to weigh out about 300 calories worth of potatoes so you can see just how many potatoes that is. I didn't count calories to lose weight. I use the principles of calorie density like I teach you guys on my channel and in my book, Plantifully Lean, that I know most of you guys have, but I also know that a lot of you guys still like to track calories and be mindful of that. So I wanna show you what 300 calories of potatoes looks like. Okay, so I've added 394 grams of potatoes raw with the skin on into my chronometer here. And as you can see, it comes out to about 300 calories, and it was 2 medium-sized potatoes, and it fills this bowl. It's a good amount of potatoes. So this right here is the 300 calories of potatoes. We're gonna season them up and roast them up, but this will fill your stomach. And when you pair this with your non-starchy vegetables, just how I show you to do with your 50-50 plate, you are gonna be so full and satisfied. You're not gonna be, you know, snacking 15 minutes later. I totally forgot that we have to boil them first so they're not ready to season yet. We're gonna boil them first, and I think this is important. You can use leftover potatoes from your fridge as well if that's what you have. These are fresh, so I'm gonna boil them first, but cooking them first and getting them kind of soft is gonna help us when we shake them up and season them up to get them nice and crispy. Get my potatoes into the water. All right, so we want the fries to be soft but not falling apart. So they are perfect right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and drain them. All right, so now I'm gonna put my potatoes back into the pot because I'm gonna put the lid on and shake these up. If your pot's too hot, just find another container with a lid that you can put them in. I just ran mine under some cold water to cool it down. Okay, so the only seasonings I'm gonna use are onion powder, garlic powder, and garlic salt. You guys know me, I love my garlic salt. But the secret ingredient that I'm gonna use today to get these nice and crispy and coated is cornstarch, and tapioca starch works just as well. If you're someone who avoids corn or is allergic, you can use tapioca starch. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the potatoes in here. And this really helps give them a really delicious, crispy, battered-like texture. I don't know, it's magic. So then I'm gonna add like a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And if all of this is like too much flavor, just cut back. I love garlic, so I'm gonna add a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then I'm gonna go in with some garlic salt because I'm extra. So your potatoes are gonna look like this. So now I'm going to put the lid on and shake them up. All right, time to shake. I think the handles are still kind of hot. And then you just want to shake them vigorously to rough them up, help give them that texture. All right, so this is what they look like now. Okay, so I have my parchment lined baking sheet. You don't have to line yours if you don't want, but I don't like doing dishes. So if it's one less thing I have to clean, I'm gonna line it with some parchment paper, and it helps it not stick. So you do you. So you wanna get out all those crispy bits that are in the pot. You want all of it. And then make sure they're spread out nicely. And if you have an air fryer, you can air fry these at 400 or 425 for 15 to 20 minutes or until they get as crispy as you want. I don't have an air fryer anymore because it broke when we moved and I just never replaced it because I don't feel like I need it, and my kitchen is so small. Like, this is it. This is, you're seeing all of my kitchen here in my little cabin. Now this next part is totally optional. I'm gonna give them a very light spray with my avocado oil here just because I want to help them kind of crisp up without looking or feeling dry. But you can totally skip this step. As long as you're not heavy-handed, you're not adding any health-altering amounts, in my humble opinion. So now we're just gonna pop them in the oven at 425 for 15 to 20 minutes or until they're as crispy as I would like. And I'm sorry that my oven is so loud. I feel like I'm shouting at the camera, but it's so loud. Ooh, they are crispy. Look at this enormous stack of potatoes, guys. They're so good. And the house smells like I made garlic bread. Look at this. You see that crispy, and you can see they're like coated and crispy and so good. It's so simple. That was not too much garlic. That is the perfect amount of garlic. Oh my gosh. Mmm, so good. And I just dip these in ketchup, guys, just like the Heinz organic ketchup. I don't make my own ketchup. I'm not that awesome. These are so good. Now, if you want to make the 50-50 plate so that you have like a complete meal for your weight loss journey, all you want to do is scooch them over to half of your plate. This is a lot of potatoes. It's taking up more than half my plate, but you get the idea. You're not weighing or measuring anything. You're just dividing your plate in half. I've got lots of videos on this. If you have my book, I explain everything in there, but you basically fill half your plate with your starch and then the other half of the plate with your non-starchy vegetable of choice. So I've got some asparagus that is steaming over there, so I'm gonna add that to the other half of my plate so you can see. I mean, this is an enormous amount of food. This is like a 11-inch dinner plate, which is more like a platter than a dinner plate. I think most dinner plates are like 9 inches. So I'm gonna add the veggies and you're gonna see just how much food this is. Ooh, glorious asparagus. Here you have it, guys. This amount of asparagus is only 65 calories. I like to add lemon juice, some garlic salt, and some of my almond or cashew parmesan that I make, and it's so good that way. But do you guys see, this is an obscene amount of food. This is how I lost 70 pounds, was eating till I was full and satisfied. Now, I am a volume eater. A lot of you guys tell me that you can't eat this much food, and that's okay. So cut down the amount of potatoes in half and cut the veggies in half, and then you can heat it up later and have it later if you're hungry. But I am a volume eater. I eat more at one sitting than my husband does. But for me to be successful long-term, I needed to find a way that I could eat, you know, large volumes of food for less calories so that I could lose weight, because all the dieting that I had tried before was minimal amounts of food. You could probably have like 6 chicken nuggets for the same amount of calories that you get this entire plate of food. And so for a volume eater like me, that was really important. This has so much fiber and water and bulk in it and nutrition that you're gonna stay full for hours. The craziest part about this for me with eating according to the principles of calorie density is that this enormous plate of food only has 365 calories, which is crazy. Nowadays, I need more calories because I'm in maintenance mode and I'm not eating at a deficit to lose weight. But as you can see, like, you don't have to starve. And that is why I was finally successful and able to lose all the weight that I needed to lose and then keep it off all of these years very happily. I don't feel like I'm starving. I don't feel deprived. I feel very full and satisfied. Do not skip out on making these fries. They are so, so good. I hope you enjoy them. Now I'm gonna eat my fries. I could survive on an island for years with just potatoes. It's so good. See, Heinz Organic. That's all I use, guys. Nothing fancy. I already ate my asparagus off camera. Always eat your veggies first because you want to fill up on the lowest calorie dense foods first. Nacho wants a fry. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget the vegan health bundle is only available now through the 10th. I will have everything linked for you guys below. Alright, I love you guys and I'll see you next time.